Hi folks, how are you doing? This is Sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana reporting for November the 13th, Wednesday, time about 4:30 a.m. EST, Indian Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, this is the time of New York, Eastern Standard Time or Florida time, which is 4:30 a.m. November 13, 2024. So what you're looking at the sun, and I'm taking this snapshot. I'm not presenting the video here because a direct hit on the planet Earth is seen now, and as you can see, this is the current view of sun directly facing Earth. So I can tell you this is going to be a direct hit on Earth, with the CMEs and whatnot. So we're going to see a bunch of CMEs, and after that some silence. So I think from 14th 15th onwards there will be a little bit of silence from sun, and it will be quiet, it will be calm. But for now we can see directly facing Earth, CMEs directly facing Earth, and this should be alert. And also we see big coronal hole also, as you can see on the other view graph. So these are some of the events which are occurring at the time when we see what's going around the planet Earth. So this time in this episode we're going to cover a lot of interesting topics. We're going to cover Trump major picks from Elon Musk to director of the CIA, and a lot of other picks which he has made recently in just past 20 hours that we're going to discuss. Also, we're going to look at the India state-sponsored terrorism, ethnic cleansing, where the state of Manipur is in constant violence, and we see 11, 12 people, ethnic minorities were gunned down by security forces, and furthermore, much more on the social media. So as you can look over here, I arrived to the other residence now as I speak, which is I arrived here at 4 a.m. EST in Standard Time. That's my other residence for my parents, so I have to do some work here. So as you can, folks, I'm just sharing some of the clips over here. So I've got my car parked here at 4:30 a.m. EST, Indian Eastern Standard Time. So this is November 13th, 2024, and what we're going to share is a lot of other events which are very eventful things going on. But first, disclaimer. Hi folks, how are you doing? This is Sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana reporting for world events for November 12th, IST, which is about 5 a.m. IST. So for November 12th, we are looking at the sun directly facing Earth. As you can see, it looks like some alien figure directly watching over the Earth. So if you can see, it's not Halloween anymore, it's gone. We had a wonderful face of sun on Halloween on October 31st. Scary scary look of the sun at that time, but right now if you look at it, we see a perfect sun which is like given like alien look or overshadow over the Earth. Obviously we are aware aliens visitors, we are aware they keep visiting Earth, and they are always watching, they are always surveilling planet Earth. As you are aware, I don't want to divulge much about ETs and aliens because that'll be divulging the universal fact. That's not my part, folks. So but yeah, definitely sun looks very spooky, and it looks directly facing the Earth. I told you 3-4 days back that a lot of CMAs will occur now. I predicted you already on November 8th and 7th after the elections that we will face a lot of CMEs. So what we're going to discuss in this topic in this podcast is basically the US economy. We're also going to discuss a lot about the COP29, the global warming effects and the events. And we're going to look at the Trump's tariff plan, how he's going to make sure that jobs are back in US, manufacturing are back in US. Also, we're going to look at Tesla, how Tesla is going to assure the promise. We're also going to look at the next CJI, 51 CJI of India, which is Honorable Sanjeev Khanna, who is taken the lead now, and we'll see how he's going to materialize what has been pending in the India courts. Mostly the most important Supreme Court factor is material, which is marital rape laws. And also he's going to do some sort of more investigations into how and what can be done on the bonds, which are the electoral bonds, and much more is going to wrath which has to be averted or which they must be careful about. So as a personal disclaimer, I say Sjsrana has never taken anything from in form of any way, which is cash, money, visa, international visa, bounties, car, vehicle. Yeah, no car, no vehicle, no property, nothing from the racist faces, devil's delivery agents of India, which have been serving constantly, relentlessly, the devils of India, racist faces devils. Some of them are rapists also. For past 1 year, constantly around my neighborhood. So as you are aware, the world leadership is aware. Not many folks you are aware, but those who are participating, the fraudsters, the India scammers, thugs around my neighborhood are all aware. So okay, folks, coming back to my personal clip, which I share all the time, so that people are aware that the time I leave and time I come, so that there are a lot of international guild, international community which wants to know my daily chores and if I am visible around my neighborhood. So just so that they are clear, international leadership also aware that I do it, and I don't come under state-sponsored terrorism or local sex trafficking agents, delivery agents who are basically omitting the original personality all the time as Sjsrana. So as you can see, I'm about to leave the residence, which is here Villa 77 on Galaxy Enclave, and as you can see, the time is about 13:30 hours IST. Yeah, it's Indian Standard Time. So it's about November 11th, about 13:30 IST Indian Standard Time. As you can see, I'm about to leave for some errands, important work I have to complete, and then I'll be back around 9 p.m. On November 11th, 9 p.m. IST Indian Standard Time. So as you can see, it takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to leave and to complete the whole setup. But as I have been telling all along that around my neighborhood there is a lot of sex trafficking going on since 2023 till 2024 up till now. It has ended, as I can sense, for almost 15-20 days, but it's still going on in the secret. But before 2024, 2023, the whole year was a massive sex trafficking India agencies, state-sponsored terrorism and sex trafficking of females around my neighborhood over here, which you can see. So I saw a lot of strangers which barged into neighborhood. A lot of strangers started residing, and they were capturing, grabbing females, girls, raping daily here and there, and whatnot was going on. All the nonsense, capturing, grabbing everything, every time, everywhere. They will just drool around. They will hover around my neighborhood over here because, as you know, wherever I go in my neighborhood, the sex trafficking of India starts. Yep, the India state-sponsored terrorism starts with sex trafficking of females and girls around my neighborhood, and they're mostly picked by the renegade government officials of India, also picked mostly by the racist, fascist, rapist devils of India. So mostly they will grab, hijack, terrorize females also. I've come to know this is only through spiritual sense. As you are aware, I told you many times, I don't talk to my neighbor over here because many of them do side with the sex trafficking. I don't know why they don't speak on that. So that's where I avoid. You never know who's raping, who's doing a marital rape inside houses, who is basically siding with the India sex trafficking, or who is siding with the sex devils of India. So I don't talk with them, despite knowing that this is. So a lot of things are going around, and sun is giving us a good glare. So this is on November 13th at about you can say about 2 p.m. IST Indian Standard Time, or at about 3 a.m. EST, which is Eastern Standard Time or the New York time. So at about 2 a.m. I'm preparing to leave. Around 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, about to leave for my errands, which I have to complete for today, which is November 13th, Wednesday, 2024. I'm sharing these view graphs always with you and all my incoming and outgoing, because a lot of imposters from India, impersonators, thugs, scammers, racists, faces, rapists, devils around my neighborhood. Some are foreigners, some keep from some other side, strangers, and some are around there, local. And a lot of thugs are there, imposters, impersonators who are spreading lies, misinformation, specifically because around me, everything which is there coming as a grace, or as you can say some gesture of kind gesture, which people want to follow me and which are with me as a team. So my team, which is there in international arena, specifically in Europe nations, specifically the US, Canada, UK. So those have some favors which they want to do for me. But what happens is the imposters thugs around India. As I tell you, India has a lot of beggars. India is a nation known for beggars. They have almost around 10 to 15 million official beggars, and unofficial beggars are those which are having good amount in the bank, but still they have a tendency to beg. They are traditional beggars. You can say they have a habitual offenders beggars, and they can beg anytime and they can do anything for begging. When they find some stuff favor is coming to a person, especially the original personality as Sjsrana, they want to do the thugs, the scamming, loot, plundering, and the traditional begging is in their DNA. So those beggars which you are aware, where I'm giving you some tidbits around my neighborhood, you're well aware which beggars are around and what they have been begging all around. So India has a tendency to beg, and it's in a DNA of India to beg. These can become beggars anytime. So that I tell you, 8 out of 10 India population can become beggars anytime. And the racist, faces, rapist devils are there to terrorize females, to grab anything, object, person. There's a state-sponsored terrorism to capture, hijack a person who wants to meet me, who wants to come and see me. So that you're well aware which is going around across, and this is what is we have seen every time. And I'm sharing some of the glimpses with you, so you are aware of the environment, you are aware of the place, you are aware of everything, so you don't get befooled by these India scammers. They can scam for anything, they can spread lies. As I keep repeating, 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars with exceptional hate crimes against humanity, truth tellers. Original personality as Sjsrana. Yes, state-sponsored terrorism has done a very good job for past 7-8 years, and respectively past 1.5 years relentlessly obfuscating my identity, sabotaging my identity. That's the state-sponsored terrorism of India. I openly tell them. They are already aware. And then the neighborhood, which have been beggars, pure beggars, many of them have been pure beggars. They thought, okay, they can steal, hijack and beg. If things are coming, they can always beg. They'll say, oh, see, he hasn't come, he isn't interested. All this misinformation they'll say, because I tell you folks, I don't participate with them. I told you, in my neighborhood, I don't talk with people, because you never know who is a next door rapist. They could be a rapist, they could be a marital rapist, a liquor drinking husband forcing mouth sex on females of India. So a lot of these people are there, and there is a begging tendency. There's a tendency to speak lies, spread misinformation. So why you want to be with them? A saint would never like a company of beggars. A saint would never like a company of rapist beggars, racist faces beggars, rapist beggars. A saint would never like that. Original personality doesn't like it. Same is the case with original personality as Sjsrana. So they always avoid, because they know they have a tendency to do malign. They have a malign thought. They're always doing some sex activity, something like raping female or here and there, or forcing sex. They're always interested in carnal desire of sex. They're always interested in begging, thugging, looting, plundering, scamming, impersonating. So these are the key traits, attributes of many of the Indians people. 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt. So that you must keep always in mind, and then move ahead. So when an Indian person is arriving from India, you must validate 10 times, because 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt. Okay, I'm not speaking about 20% of India population, which I tell you are very marvelous people. If you can find them, they're gem. They're very good people. They are very saintly. They have devoted their life towards God. They have devoted their life towards doing good for everyone. So I tell you, there are very good people also in India, which is 20% only. But 80% of the rest is trash. It's simply trash. You can find them begging. You can find them lying. You can find them corrupt. You can find them raping females around. India is the fastest raping rate. So that's the reason why you find India always number one. It gets gold medal, in Olympics, which is marital rape Olympics. India gets gold medal daily. So it doesn't need to get gold medal in France Olympics 2024. That's the reason why these people don't get it. It's 1.6 billion population. Even a small nation of Pakistan, even a small nation of Philippines, much smaller, 10-20 times smaller than India, got gold medals. But India, very big nation and very big, largest population, 1.6 billion, couldn't secure even a single gold medal in France 2024. You'll ask me why? Because marital rape Olympics daily at bedrooms, washroom, houses of India, they're getting gold medals daily. Why they have to go and get real gold medal from France? India government is distributing gold medals. State-sponsored terrorism. You have no idea about India government, what they want to, who they distribute the gold medals to. They only distribute gold medals to the marital rape Olympics people. Daily at washroom, bedroom, houses of India at night, midnight, they will do excellent job on raping females, which is married females. The once a female is married in India, she becomes a sex slave. India government from 1947 independence has been imparting this teaching to all the Indian people. Let's see, once a female gets married, she's a sex slave. Whatever you do with her, court is not going to give you justice. We will close our eyes. That's India government strategy, philosophy, and this is the technology they're imparting to the whole world. Follow India, folks, if you have to have marital rapes. So, folks, coming back to my main topic. So, after this, we're going to discuss how people are in India belligerent in lying, in spreading misinformation. They always form a big clan. They're always in a big clan because 1.6 population is not just like in thin air. They form a big clan. The largest clan of thugs, trespassing morons, impersonators, racist faces, rapist devils you can only find in India. That's why I keep saying, who doesn't want to rape a female in India? When you are in India, you can ask this question openly. Who doesn't want to rape a female in India? Because 8 out of 10, every India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars, with exceptional hate crimes against humanity, truth tellers, saints, original personality as Sjsrana, and massive marital rapes of India, gold medal distributions. So, folks, when I'm around in my neighborhood or I'm there, I usually don't interact with any person. As you're aware, I keep telling you, I don't interact with them. Their clan, their group, you can say a mafia of a group of people, because 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars. Because they have tendency of speaking lies in their DNA, why would you like to have a company of these people? That's my open question. So I don't form a group. I don't be a member of their group because they are going to spread lies. They're going to teach you deceit, deception. Impersonation. Impersonate there and get this, grab this thing, grab this female, hijack this female. That's mostly their talk. The nonsense is what they talk. They don't have anything to offer to humanity, folks. Have you ever seen India offering anything to humanity? Have you ever seen India donating large amount of sums to people, especially like when Milton hit the U.S. in 2 months ago, or any earthquake hits the people of Chile or Paraguay or whatnot, Guatemala? Do you see India people offering, oh well, let's do some charity? No. You will not find India people doing any charity, folks. They are only, most of them are seen grabbing things around. It's in the DNA. They will not do charity. You will not see them doing charity. They are always, open hands and say, okay, let's get more. So the tendency I'm not saying that maybe only 20, 30, 40% are doing in India, but I've seen the tendency everywhere of grabbing things, of grabbing things of others. That's very popular. And what I'm talking about, the international leadership is already aware. What I'm talking, they know what they have sent for me, what offerings they have done to me, what favors they have done to me, but they know I have not taken even a single thing. Yep, I've never taken anything which is international visa, car, cash, bounty, money, lottery, houses, cars, vehicles. I've never taken anything from India Racist Faces Racist Devils Rapist Association of India. Yeah, it's a very big association, and anybody in neighborhood can follow them, immediately, because the tendency of begging is there in the DNA. What can they do about it? The moment they know there is a $5 thing or there is $10 thing, $20 thing around, tendency of begging will come immediately forefront. They say, let's beg it. Let's grab it. If we can grab it, let's hijack it. If we can't hijack it, then let's beg it. They start begging. International leadership is aware how people have been begging cars, money, cash, bounty, females. They know the beggars. They know these are belligerent beggars. They have a tendency to beg all the time, day and night. These are beggars. So, folks, as you're aware, always be very wary of India imposters, impersonators, thugs, scammers. India has been known as a nation of scammers because IRS scams and CRS scams for Canada. It's very popular in Canada and in America. They know that India impersonators, thugs, scammers will call them day and night with the robocalls or whatnot, and they'll impersonate like an IRS officer. In Canada, they'll become CRA officer, and they will scam those people. The Canadians, the millions and millions of US dollar have been scammed from Canada, from the US citizens over phone scams, which they're very aware. Now they have put some good restrictions, and they're already tracking calls from India. Whenever there's a call from India, the US, lot of different things which are there. Iris is there, which is capturing all the data. Then you have a lot more things I don't want to divulge here, which are there to capture everything which is going across on the phone calls, and they are tracking the scammers now from India. So India has now started to become like a little bit straightforward now, because scammers are getting caught. A lot of scammers in past have been caught, impersonators, thugs who will do a voice call and then start scamming the people. So you got to be always aware of that, folks. So I want to tell more about what's going to happen in future for the Trump administration bringing up the stringent immigration law, because recently 90,000 illegal migrants were found trespassing into the US. They were caught and deported, and much more has been going on. We are very grateful. We are very fortunate to have Tom Homan as the Director of National Security now. Yes, Donald Trump has made an excellent to choose Tom Homan as the National Security Advisor and Director for DHS, ICE, and CBP and whatnot. So that's a very excellent pick from Trump, and I see Tom Homan doing all these illegal immigrants, all these that are barging into the US. He's going to shunt them down. It is going to be now a simple policy of catch and deport. So Donald Trump is very straightforward on the policy, foreign policy, catch and deport. Yep, he's going to do catch and deport. He's not in favor of catch and release and let them roam around in US for free and grab the US utilities and US, become a leech on US citizens, taxpayers' money. So Trump is a very straightforward on that part, and we are fortunate to have Trump back, because he's going to tackle all this illegal immigrant business, monkey business. He's going to wrap up their monkey business now. Okay, so we got another problem that's ongoing in India, which is the state of Manipur, which has been constantly having ethnic violence for the last 500 days. And for 500 days, they are constantly facing ethnic cleansing agenda from India, what everybody's calling. And even the kooky zoo bodies travel have called the recent brutal killing of the people as the brutal, barbaric action from India ethnic cleansing agenda. So this is a shame to India what they are doing, but they have called it as this latest encounter as a fake encounter from the cops and from the CRPF, and they have said that these killing must stop because these are barbaric terrorist act from state-sponsored terrorism of India. Yep, folks, what I'm saying to you, it's not that it's coming from my mouth or I'm saying or making something up, but this is the people of the Manipur Kookies, which are tribal community, have called recent killing of 11 youth as a barbaric terrorism from India government. Can you imagine what they are calling? These people are themselves saying that India government has become barbaric. The government actions are barbaric when they are killing their community people. Yes, they are armed. Everybody knows in Manipur people are armed Both the communities, Mathis and the Kuki community, are armed. They are basically guarding their communities so that the other community doesn't attack. So they have armed, they have latest weaponry with them. So this is nothing new. So if government makes up something like that, folks, they're misleading you, and they're trying to make this as a terrorist zone, and they say they want to have an excuse for extrajudicial killing. So these are extrajudicial killing, but the thing is that they have put up even the Manipur state under the ASFPA. Yeah, the Dedicaron ASFPA laws have been implemented in even Manipur. So that's the apathy of the state, but these killings, which are untowards, which are just simple people who are guarding their communities, and if the government comes and kills them, it's very barbaric. It's called barbaric terrorism. After the tribal communities of Manipur, people have called 13 hours complete shutdown of the state, so that people realize what these people are doing. The government is doing in Manipur state, the India government, and there's what they call the paramilitary forces. After they have calling them as a 13 hours complete shutdown, the government has sent more troops. 20 additional center armed police force (CAPF) have been deployed, and this is another indication that these people are basically getting exploited. These people are under ethnic cleansing. So folks, India has this ongoing for 500 days, and no one on international community dares to talk with Mr. Modi or leadership of India that what nonsense is going, what terrorism is going. Nobody dares ask India. That's the power of India, folks. You must understand, when India stands in front of United Nations, in front of UNSC, in front of other leaders like leaders of US, leaders of Russia, leaders of Canada, China, they have no dare. Don't ask this question that what's going on in Manipur, why there is state-sponsored terrorism and barbaric killings of the people, of the innocents. Folks, on world stage, the Trump administration is inducting a lot of new faces and a lot of people who are basically joining Trump administration. So for gearing up for 2025, why split ticket voters must keep Trump accountable on abortion? Yes, that's another issue which is going on, that they want to have yes on abortions, and Trump has made it clear that it will have a pro-abortion stance mostly, but it's still waiting to have the whole cabinet get formed, whole people, the administration get formed, and then they're going to put this some sort of law which will allow females to have abortion to certain weeks of pregnancy. So I think that's about it on the abortion, and nothing more is right now on the table. But let's see how the women folks have the revolution or protest. So another thing which we are going to look at it, how uh, uh, President-elect Trump is going to have basically face the ongoing trials, ongoing cases against him, lot of him, which he has called it witchcraft, and everywhere he has said it. It's just the political ball game to implicate him, and we'll see how that turns up. But right now he's focused on nominating a lot of So on Mark Zuckerberg, this has become, their media has become a virus, and as I told you, it's a degenerative media, all from Mark Zuckerberg, what he's owning, and he's running a criminal crony also, and what we see Facebook, what we see as Instagram, Threads, Meta, all under Meta is becoming a criminal crony cartel now, and I told you it's going to get split. Number one. That's my prediction already, and Mark Zuckerberg will be facing a very tough time going ahead because he cannot slither to now through the Trump administration and keep making lame excuses for his laxity and for his running pornographic images on his social site getting promoted, children getting exposed. A lot of children under 18 are getting exposed under the Facebook, Instagram, and threads with the pornographic images, with pornographic movies and contents, and that is directly liable. Meta is directly liable for it, the Meta company, which is owned by Mark Zuckerberg, and I don't know why judges are basically giving a very relaxing rules and letting him go. But let Trump administration come, let him come on 2025, and we'll see this virus of Mark Zuckerberg, the social media virus, and we'll see how this giant will behave after the Trump administration. A lot of cases which are pending, which are going to run on Mark Zuckerberg, and NetWest has banned the staff from using Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp to communicate. A lot of companies are making it sure. What WhatsApp and all these his media companies are doing is they're getting the intelligence. They're gathering your personal life, you're gathering the intelligence, and they're running through the intelligence for different channels or third party to extract information and to sell you the products or offer you some offerings, or sometimes for the minor girls, I don't know, but that could be the case. They are basically exploiting minor girls and sending this information to other parties, which can even run into the hands of sex trafficking people or human trafficking people. Folks, that is all there because he has been known as a devil who will massage data, doctor data, manipulate data. During the Trump election 2020, Trump had directly blamed Mark Zuckerberg as running a campaign against him and blocking his account and messaging the data for his political candidates. He will not present the data from Trump. In 2020, it was quite obvious, and Trump was very furious, I tell you. He was enraged, very furious, and he knew the Zuckerberg company has to be put under check. So under his administration, come 2025, Zuckerberg virus will be no longer seen. He makes one mistake, he'll be into a legal battle. Right now, Trump is facing a legal battle, but I tell you, 2025, Zuckerberg will be in legal battles because he has been exposed. He has been known to everyone what he is doing, and everybody is well aware that his Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, his Twitter, not the Twitter, his Threads, his Instagram, all these platforms, four platforms are major information gathering platform. They're messaging data, they're presenting data in a way which is to exert pressure or to run a political campaign, also to run a political nexus. So all these nefarious activities are being done under one company, which is Meta. And Meta is to blame, and the Zuckerberg is main responsible because he is chair and person. Recently, South Korea fines Meta with $15 million for illegally collecting information on Facebook users. So folks, you are aware, you are getting exposed to now what Meta and Mark Zuckerberg virus is doing to the whole world. They are gathering information, they are also surveillancing you through Meta, through their Facebook channel, through Threads, through Instagram. They are constantly having the channel to tap into your microphone, to your camera, and collect the information. So South Korea is already after Mark Zuckerberg. It has fined Meta with $15 million for illegally collecting information. So folks, these are not stories I'm making up, but these are the facts. You have to awaken up, you have to see what's going around and to realize the demon. This devil is spreading all across, gathering information and running through your computers. They are also channelizing other information which are not directly related to Facebook, Threads, or Instagram. Yes, they can tap into your computer, they can open up your microphone, they can see you, they can listen you, they can have your video recorded, they can collect that information and data illegally. It's all illegal everywhere. No country allows such information gathering because they don't delineate them. They could be gathering information from 10-year-old girl, from 15-year-old girl, or a boy of 12 years old. Yep, they can be doing that, and they completely have the tools and tracking in their Facebook Messenger app, WhatsApp, Threads, and Instagram. So it's I tell you, it's a devil empire. I've been telling you all along because I've already picked up Mark Zuckerberg as the arch enemy from my side on supplying pornographic images to kids, to basically girls and children under the age of 18. So I already know he knows about it, and this battle is already open now. So I don't fear he may be doing some terror tactic, he may be doing some manipulation, or he may be doing some Facebook messaging. Whatever he may do, it doesn't matter. He has hijacked my account. So as I've told you before, this election of 2000, with election of November 5th on 2024, he has hijacked my accounts, all my Facebook, all my Instagram account. I have one Instagram, two Facebook account, and I also have one Thread account. He has hijacked that just before the election. So we'll see how this devil gets basically exposed all over the world very soon. Mark Zuckerberg virus will be exposed. I have already given that prediction. So things are going in line, and we'll see what the time and location to tap this evil mindset and evil collecting data and information messaging, doctoring the data and presenting the information as a different way. That has been the tactics of Facebook's and Instagram and also on the threads. So I'm keeping tab on this information. I'll keep updating you when I get results. But right now, number one ruling from the judge of US is in favor of Mark Zuckerberg. It's a lower court judge who said no, all the information he's collecting is perfectly fine. There's no issue with that. But that's something open open on the table, and we'll see how he fares out when the Trump's administration take the charge. And he will be exposed. I tell you, completely exposed. So you see the nexus, his political nexus with the judges also in the US getting impacted, and they're openly proclaiming Mark Zuckerberg isn't personally liable for any harm caused to children by Facebook and Instagram, judge says. So judge here has sided with the Mark Zuckerberg virus, and the judge also in the US is basically seen as siding with these people, where they're using their portal, they're using their social account media, which is Facebook, Threads, Instagram, to manipulate message data, doctor data. They're also collecting a lot of information which is untoward, which is not authorized, extrajudicial information. They're also messaging, and on the political side, when the Trump was fighting the election, they basically did a political ball game, political nexus to rule him out from Facebook altogether. Yep, Zuckerberg basically hijacked the account of Trump, President Trump now, President-elect. So he's going to get his karma. He's going to get the fruit of his karma, his black deed, his deceitful karma. He is going to get fruits for it. So just wait and watch what happens to him. So we can see Trump has already basically put up a list which he's going to punish when he's going to get to the power. Now he's won. He has both a popular mandate now and the power, to which he is going to make an account that he will basically punish those people which he has already thought about. So on top of the list, there are many other people, but Mark Zuckerberg, founder of Facebook, is top on his list. Trump and some of his allies have been sharply critical to Zuckerberg after he and his wife, which is Priscilla Chan gave $420 million in 2020 to improve election infrastructure. Trump backers contended the money was thinly veiled plot to undercut his re-election. In a book released in September, Trump accused Zuckerberg of a shameful plot against the president and warned, "We are watching him closely, and if he does anything illegal this time, he will spend the rest of his entire life in prison." Yep, that is Donald Trump. He's like acting like a lion. He's a lion, and he really does decimate his opponents. And Mark Zuckerberg, the virus of social media, has done major damage to his political campaign in 2020. Trump never expected this from Facebook. Trump had full trust, as Republicans do, on Facebook that they will disseminate the information, their election mandate to everyone and everywhere around in a equal manner, not being a nexus to Democrat or Republicans. But what Mark Zuckerberg did in 2020 was unthinkable and unpardonable. Yep, it's unpardonable. He has acted like a devil, and very soon he will be getting the karma of his devil deeds. So it's coming, folks. That's just a matter of time. Just keep watching and see how it comes up. Hi folks, how are you doing? This is Sjsrana, Surinderjit Singh Rana reporting for world events for November 12th IST, which is about 5 a.m. IST. So for November 12th, we are looking at the sun directly facing Earth. As you can see, it looks like some alien figure directly watching over the Earth. So if you can see, it's not Halloween anymore, it's gone. We had a wonderful face of sun on Halloween on October 31st. Scary scary look of the sun at that time, but right now if you look at it, we see a perfect sun which is like given like alien look or overshadow over the Earth. Obviously we are aware aliens visitors, we are aware they keep visiting Earth, and they are always watching, they are always surveilling planet Earth. As you are aware, I don't want to divulge much about ETs and aliens, because that'll be divulging the universal fact. That's not my part, folks. So but yeah, definitely sun looks very spooky, and it looks directly facing the Earth. I told you 3-4 days back that a lot of CMEs will occur now. I predicted you already on November 8th and 7th, after the elections, that we will face a lot of CMEs. So what we're going to discuss in this topic, in this podcast, is basically the US economy. We're also going to discuss a lot about the COP29, the global warming effects and the events. And we're going to look at the Trump's tariff plan, how he's going to make sure that jobs are back in US, manufacturing are back in US. Also, we're going to look at Tesla, how Tesla is going to assure the promise. We're also going to look at the next CGI, 51 CGI of India, which is Honorable Sanjeev Khanna, who is taken the lead now, and we'll see how he's going to materialize what has been pending in the India courts. Mostly the most important Supreme Court factor is material, which is marital rape laws. And also he's going to do some sort of more investigations into how and what can be done on the bonds, which are the electoral bonds, and much more is going to wrath which has to be averted, or which they must be careful about. So as a personal disclaimer, I say Sjsrana has never taken anything from in form of any way, which is cash, money, visa, international visa, bounties, car, vehicle. Yeah, no car, no vehicle, no property, nothing from the racist faces, devil's delivery agents of India, which have been serving constantly, relentlessly the devils of India, racist faces, devils. Some of them are rapists also, for past 1 year, constantly around my neighborhood. So as you are aware, the world leadership is aware. Not many folks you are aware, but those who are participating, the fraudsters, the India scammers, thugs around my neighborhood are all aware. So, okay, folks, coming back to my personal clip, which I share all the time, so that people are aware that the time I leave and time I come, so that there are a lot of international guild, international community which wants to know, my daily chores and if I am visible around my neighborhood. So just so that they are clear, international leadership also aware that I do it, and I don't come under state-sponsored terrorism or local sex trafficking agents, delivery agents who are basically omitting the original personality all the time as Sjsrana. So as you can see, I'm about to leave the residence, which is here, Villa 77 on Galaxy Enclave, and as you can see, the time is about 13:30 hours IST. Yeah, it's Indian Standard Time. So it's about November 11th, about 13:30 IST Indian Standard Time. As you can see, I'm about to leave for some errands, important work I have to complete, and then I'll be back around 9 p.m. On November 11th, 9 p.m. IST Indian Standard Time. So as you can see, it takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to leave and to complete the whole setup. But as I have been telling all along that around my neighborhood there is a lot of sex trafficking going on since 2023 till 2024 up till now. It has ended, as I can sense, for almost 15-20 days, but it's still going on in the secret. But before 2024, 2023, the whole year was a massive sex trafficking India agencies, state sponsored terrorism and sex trafficking of females around my neighborhood over here, which you can see. So I saw a lot of strangers which barged into neighborhood. A lot of strangers started residing, and they were capturing, grabbing females, girls, raping daily here and there, and whatnot was going on. All the nonsense, capturing, grabbing everything, every time, everywhere. They will just drool around. They will hover around my neighborhood over here because, as you know, wherever I go in my neighborhood, the sex trafficking of India starts. Yep, the India state-sponsored terrorism starts with sex trafficking of females and girls around my neighborhood, and they're mostly picked by the renegade government officials of India, also picked mostly by the racist, fascist, rapist devils of India. So mostly they will grab, hijack, terrorize females also. I've come to know this is only through spiritual sense. As you are aware, I told you many times, I don't talk to my neighbor over here, because many of them do side with the sex trafficking. I don't know why they don't speak on that. So that's where I avoid. You never know who's raping, who's doing a marital rape inside houses, who is basically siding with the India sex trafficking, or who is siding with the sex devils of India. So I don't talk with them, despite knowing that this is going on. I've been always telling, and always telling you that I will never participate in India sex trafficking agency where they deliver a female at some hours, night hours mostly, and it is kept, stored, captured, hijacked in some room in villa, and that villa is known to all the perverts, predators, the racist, fascist, rapist of India who will come and rape the female at given time and location. So it's been said something like metaphor, more on game centric. It's been going on since 2023 and 2024 also. The whole time they have been sex trafficking females over here around my neighborhood openly without any fear of law and order, because most of the renegade officials, most of the officials themselves are participating and enjoying females, girls delivery. Who would not like to rape in India? That's a question. I leave it on to you. Yeah, that's a big question about India. Only in India you can say that who will not like to rape a female. Only in India you can openly say that who will not like to rape a female in India. Given an opportunity to these people, most of them, which I tell you all the time, 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars with exceptional hate crimes against humanity, truth tellers, and original personality as Sjsrana. So that's the reason why you will never find India population falling as Sjsrana. But you can find world people, world population, world other people, leadership will always try to track and follow as Sjsrana because of the predictions, because of what I say, what I tell them, what I give them, the insights about the humanity and what's going on planet Earth. So that's the reason why India people don't follow. You'll never find them following on my YouTube. You never found them following on my other, which is now hijacked by Zuckerberg, my Instagram, my Threads profile, my Facebook profile have all been hijacked by Zuckerberg. So this Zuckerberg virus we have to deal now. It's time we have to end this Zuckerberg virus, which is basically manipulating the data, the information, and it did a lot during the 2020 elections, where the Trump could not post his post on on Facebook because of the Zuckerberg virus. So this Zuckerberg virus is the biggest threat to humanity now, and I already declared at least 2 weeks before, and specifically before the US elections, that Zuckerberg virus is hijacking accounts of human rights activists and he's promoting the culture of pornography. He's promoting the culture of child pornography on his social post. So this is the virus we have to tackle now. So, folks, coming back to the sex trafficking industry of India, which is the largest and the fastest growing industry. So, you'll find all around your neighborhood, females are being stored, captured, hijacked, and terrorized by the terrorists of India. The terrorists are racist, fascist, rapist devils of India. These are the main terrorists. But India government will never call the racist, fascist, rapist, devil association a terrorist association. No, India government will never call that because why? It wants to promote the culture of raping culture. You have seen the marital rape laws, how India takes the stand, the government, the Union of India against Supreme Court on marital rape laws. So this is, you have to understand India government very, very deeply. Unless you understand deeply, you will be befooled by them. They are very good in befooling the world, presenting snake oil every time, and basically even massaging snake oil on the other nations. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. If they can allow marital rapes in India, they allow raping culture of females in India, they allow subjugation of females in India. You no wonder why 700 plus million females of India never protest against the marital rapes promoted by India government, because they fear the state sponsored terrorism, folks. That's as simple as that. You will never find 700 million females protesting against the marital rapes, which are going across the bedrooms, washroom, houses of India daily. And the liquor drinking husband of India are forcing, whatnot, unnatural sex, mostly the mouth sex. So that's the liquor drinking his husbands or males of India forcing mouth sex on India females married. And either they divorce or either they continue daily, and they do continue daily because of the state sponsored terrorism they fear. They never raise voice against marital rape laws in India. That's the females, folks. So you can understand the amount of terrorism of India, state sponsored terrorism. Even the females cannot speak outrightly that they want to protest against the marital rapes of India males. Yep, that's the state sponsored terrorism of India, folks, in front of your eyes. So one of the branch of state-sponsored terrorism of India, also the shadow government, is the sex trafficking of females, human trafficking and sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is very popular in India. Why? Because it's rejuvenating the youth. It's giving them the drug they want, which is sex. The youths want sex, and the drugs is supplied by the state-sponsored terrorism of India with a branch known as India Sex Trafficking Industry, the fastest and the largest growing industry, serving all renegade officers of government, also serving all racist, fascist, devil association of India. Wherever there is racism, fascism in India, the right wing radicals, they will be supplied female and girl free of cost daily. That's the promise of the state sponsored terrorism of India. That's a branch of India, and it daily delivers females around neighborhood, and they want to act females like animals or sex objects. So they have to be silent. They are not supposed to be seeing outside. They're supposed to be captured, hidden somewhere around the villa in my neighborhood. Somewhere in the villa they're hidden, and at a right time and location, a racist, fascist, devils, maybe a renegade officer of India will come and arrive and rape the female. And once they rape them, there is no question asked, and they say just rape and forget. Or the other popular method around here is, which is basically grab the female by hand, grab the female by neck, grab the female first, then run and then rape. And after that, once you have raped, you can do marriage, and after marriage you can marital rape daily. So you can daily marital rape, because the female becomes sex slave after she gets married in India. So I tell you folks openly, once a female is married in India, she's a lifelong sex slave to the husband. A husband can demand sex, mouth sex, other sorts of sex, whatever the carnal sex desires are, any time to the Indian females. And Indian females will never protest. You will never see them protesting. There are 700 million Indian females in India. So you can laugh along with me, because I'm a monk. I don't participate in sex at all of any kind. And I am a monk for last 8-9 years. I don't participate in any sort of sexual activity, because I've seen the dead end of the sex. It's not that I don't want to raise a family, I don't want to have a family, but yeah, I don't want to do it just for sex. That's the simple thing. But yes, around my vicinity, everywhere sex trafficking is going on. They're capturing female. They're basically terrorizing female. They're hijacking them, and they are saying them not to meet the original personality as Sjsrana, even if they have come to meet me around over here. It has been, this monkey business has been going on for over a year. Since 2023, the monkey business around my neighborhood has been going on, and you are well aware who all are running the monkey business. It's like a real estate of Jeffrey Epstein. If you know what Jeffrey Epstein was and his real estate, which is pedophile island, popularly known across the world, yeah, the same kind of concept is deployed everywhere. The real estate Jeffrey Epsteins are everywhere now. They want more and more females. They can terrorize, exploit, hijack, and they can capture and store in some villa. In that villa, only the sex devils will come and they will rape the females relentlessly, and they can either terrorize them, not to speak, or they can say, we'll blame someone else or we'll kill your loved ones over here. So the tactics they deploy, which is under state-sponsored terrorism of India, is that female is captured in a villa around my neighborhood somewhere, and some terrorist, rapist, racist faces devil of India will come and rape them, and we terrorize them that not to speak. If you speak, we are going to kill or murder your loved ones. Yep, they could be their father, they could be their mother, they could be her sister, they could be her brother or someone they love. They are going to terrorize them that we're going to kill that person. So that sort of state terrorism is going in India. The most popular branch is India sex trafficking females, which is approximately 80 million females, girls daily traded in India. Traded, exchange. It's like an exchange. It's like a human right exchange running in India. Yep, it's a complete traded exchange. Just like you have a NSE, National Stock Exchange, and you have BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. So they have a national sex exchange where the females are exchanged, traded, and transferred, transported, and hijacked, terrorized, then raped, then basically sold again and again and again. This will keep going on forever, folks. And this is the power the political parties are gaining now. With sex as a drug popular among the youths of India, they want this to be keep going silently. Yep, nobody should raise voice. You know what happened to Calcutta doctor? The doctor. So, okay, folks, let's spend few minutes on some of the excellent picks by Donald Trump after gaining the presidency. So he has made one pick, excellent pick of Representative Elsie Stefanik on the on heading towards the ambassador for the United Nations. So she'll be serving as the ambassador for United Nations. That's an excellent pick, I tell you, which Trump has made. And also he has made another pick, which is excellent, which was former ICE director, which is Tom Hoffman. He's a wonderful person, a person who is dedicated for securing the borders of the U.S., which we need all the time. And Tom Hoffman has an excellent career in defending the U.S. from the illegal migrants, illegal immigration, drug cartels, sex trafficking people, personal cartel, and also other cartel which are human trafficking, which are also other the imports, illegal imports of goods or illegal imports of animals, which are getting into the U.S. So Tom Hoffman has an excellent career as ICE director. Now he'll be the direct heading the whole national security plan. Yep, that's the wonderful pick by Trump again. So he has given the promise, and he has basically served his promise that he will make sure that America is great again. Not only that, but he is also making America safe again. So it is like MAGA and MAFA. MASA sort of, Masa and MAGA. So that's converged together, which is Make America Great Again and Make America Safe Again. So under Make America Safe Again plan, he's going to do a lot of things. Specifically, as I've told you, in the first 100 days, we are expecting a lot of things he will deliver. And about Trump, like whatever the promises he make, he'll deliver. So that's why the American people, over 300 million, chose, most of them chose Republicans and Donald Trump. So I'm saying that's something which is going to be two events going to occur together, which is Make America Great Again and Make America Safe Again. So MAGA and MASA. So these two events are going to occur consistently, and also he is going to assure that the illegal migrants, which have been basically barging into the U.S. for past many years now, at least 2 or 3 more years in past, and that will be put to an end. So we will see how Bob Hoffman puts the new plan, and congratulations to both of these excellent servicemen to the U.S. And these events will make sure that this illegal immigrants, the illegal sorry, I don't want to call that trespassing morons, but yeah, they are trespassing people, and they have to be put to an end. And that's most important to any nation, whether it's China, whether it's India, whether it's Russia, whether it's US, whether it's UK, Australia, Canada, whosoever it is. Even Canada is basically looking to this measure now, that it's going to be very tight on immigrations. It's going to be very tight on illegal immigrants entering into the Canada. So all the nations are gearing up, folks, and let's give them a round of applause. Okay, folks, very interesting news and very interesting episode. Ever since Trump has won the elections, Republicans have gained the ground. It's all turned red. But yeah, it's not red on the Wall Street. It's only red on the states of US, which is 52 plus states, and it's not red on the Wall Street, folks. It's the opposite. Wall Street is having best of the bull run. Can you see that? The Dow Jones has already reached 44,000 mark. Yep, the Dow Jones is now 44,000 mark strong, and even the S&P has rallied like anything. So both S&P and Dow Jones are rallying. S&P has been touching 6,000, folks. The number is very critical, and we are seeing this bull run. It is the confidence the U.S. citizens and the world leadership has on U.S. now. They have full confidence, and that's why they're investing back in the U.S. And that's why the Dow Jones is rallying anything like anything, and S&P is touched 6,000, folks. So on the Bitcoin, yep, Bitcoin has also gained tremendous strength. It is crossed 87,000 mark, $87,000 mark, folks, which was a terrific technical battleground, and people thought it will never cross 87,000. It was technical barrier, but it has crossed that, and it's now trading above 88,000 dollar Bitcoin. Can you imagine that? And that's all due to the confidence the world leadership, everybody is posing into the US, because I told you way before that once Donald Trump, or once there's a stable hand in the US as a president, world leadership will flock and invest into the US, and that's what they're doing right now. And it will continue till the Trump remains the president, because everybody knows Trump is a very strong person. He's a very strong financial hand, and he's proven as a business tycoon. Already he has shown to the world that he can make deals, and he can make very good deals, which is beneficial to all. So that's the confidence you are seeing in the US economy now, folks. Nothing else. It's simple confidence of the world leadership into the president of the United States, the 47th president, who will be Trump now. And that's why I've been telling you all along. I've been posting almost daily podcast before election and after election. I was very sincere on it, because I was knowing what is going to change for the US now. And it was very important for some stable government, very good government, which has to run effectively finances, job markets. The outsourcing must stop of the US. The jobs outsourcing has to abandon. It has to totally be abolished, and all the manufacturing plants which are outside of US must be brought back to the US. And that's going to be the foremost pledge vow of the president of the United States, Trump, and that is what we're going to see after 2025, folks. That is about to get ready. Republicans close to the House get the majority, and Washington, as you can see, all these people have become the most prominent and liked face, and this has become something of you can say a hysteria. it's like a nostalgia going on into the US. And the House Senate has basically gained the majority by Republicans. They only have now to secure four more seats, as I can see. Okay, four more seats, which they can get for Pennsylvania. They can get from the swing states. The four more seats, and they'll be the majority, declared majority, as the Republicans will control the House. The lower house also they'll control, and the upper house we already know. So the fact is, this is how it has gone. And what happens to the Zuckerberg virus in this rally of the United States, the mega rally of United States? Dow Jones reaching 44,000 mark and S&P 6,000 mark. The Zuckerberg virus company, social media, which is Meta Platforms Inc., as you can see, is underperforming. It's like an underdog now, and it will remain underdog whole of this 4 5 years and much more, because Zuckerberg virus will be split now, folks. The social media of Zuckerberg, Instagram, Threads, Facebook will be split now. I told you, I predicted you way before that this is going as a battleground now. I've already picked Zuckerberg as the head of Devil Association, who has been messaging data, doctoring data on the Facebook. He has been messaging the results, and he did a lot of damage during 2020 election of the US, where he basically outcasted Trump. Yep, he outcasted Trump from Facebook. This devil, the virus of Zuckerberg, will exist no more, folks. That I promise you. He had enough. He has possibly also become a sex devil, which I can see from Sixth Sense. He has become a pure sex devil, and he is also a devil to the humanity. So this Zuckerberg virus will be thrown out very soon. It's like a fly running around. The obvious question which you may ask is, was Mark Zuckerberg responsible for Trump assassination? As you're aware, twice assassination ploy attempt was made for Donald Trump. Was Mark Zuckerberg part in it? I'm not saying directly, but part in it. Okay, the other very good information is Tesla has sold. As you can see, you will be surprised. Tesla in recent just 5 6 days after the election has sold almost 40%, folks. Yep, this has become the most favorite company of the US and the world. No wonder people are having lot of faith in Tesla now, and that's the reason why they have propelled Tesla like a rocket. So it's like a SpaceX of Tesla, and the Tesla stocks are behaving like rocket. They are basically a launch pad now, and they're just boosting themselves up. It's a 40% staggering rise. Can you imagine? So Elon Musk must be congratulated again and again for his far-sightedness. I told you way before the election of the US that follow Elon Musk. I told you in many of my past cards that follow Elon Musk, and he is going to lead to the president of the United States. At that time, Elon Musk had yet to declare or endorse the president of the United States. He had yet to do that. I declared that, I proclaimed that during my predictions, that please follow Elon Musk. Whosoever he endorses as president will be the president of the United States. You have no idea how much of power, how much of popularity Elon Musk possesses. You have no idea. And he is the running engine of the United States, because he is doing a lot of good efforts. Not only you see why he has invested so much into the EV, electronic vehicles. I'll discuss this on the COP29 event, which is I'm going to cover in this podcast. But that's the main reason. His electric vehicles have revolutionized the US, will revolutionize the world, and also he's basically putting a lot of efforts on the space advancement. And we're going to very soon see him progressing to the Mars, and space programs will continue to basically keep progressing until we meet the ET, yeah, the